Let's go into the topic of today, which is one of the topics that actually wakes me up every single morning, which is where would we be as human beings if we were not afraid of anything? If we didn't have any fears, where would we be? So I'm going to start with the first question, which is going to be, when was the last time you felt afraid to speak, act, or show up fully as yourself?
I guess it was mostly at moments when like the topic of the meeting was quite serious, yeah. So mostly at my university or at school time, it was also common. But yeah, it wasn't that hard for me because I knew these people, yeah. At university, I just needed to present myself, present my works in front of a public, yeah. So at some conferences and. Like before such meetings you have this feeling of yeah, like of unconfidence from time to time, yeah, but you just try to do your best, yeah, because you know the topic, you know what you need to say, and then it's yeah, it worked well.
Mhm,
But I also know I'm familiar with this feeling, yeah, yeah, of being nervous.
mhm. So I think this is basically more about fear of public speaking. Do you have like a specific example where you were asked to come up front and you had a little bit of fear of, okay, maybe you were asked to present or you were asked to say something. I remember when I was young in school, for example, they would ask, like, if you had a new teacher, for example, they would ask you to stand up and say your name so that you can present yourself to the new teacher. And that used to be so hard on me. I don't know why, but I was so afraid to even say my name to some of the students who we've been schooling together for a lot of time. What about yourself? Like, do you have a specific
Yeah.
example? Yeah.
I remember one situation. So we had a lecture with a new professor, and when we were talking on a topic, she just randomly asked me from all our group, and asked me a question like, "How would you present yourself if you were in such circumstances?" Yeah, and I just needed spontaneously to say something. So it was not very comfortable, yeah, because I always need to they like to think what I want to say, yeah, before I have before the moment I have to speak. Yeah, and at that time it was so spontaneous, so I just needed to say something, yeah, in a normal way, like to appear confident. Yeah, and but I guess I managed it. But yeah, without preparation it was, yeah, not that easy.
A little bit difficult with our preparation. So
Yeah.
my second question would be that if fear was a person standing next to you right now, what would it be whispering to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I found this question also interesting. And I guess it would be saying that you are not good enough for this, yeah, so let other people do this for you, or not just simply for you, yeah, just in general, do this, yeah. So don't go there, don't do this. I guess something like this.
So just to add on that question, what type of, you normally have this voice that's speaking behind you. Whatever you
Yeah.
decide to do, whatever you do in life, you have this thing that's the small voice that's always saying some things to you. Does it for you normally talk negatively or positively? Like what are some of the things that this voice say to
Mhm.
you normally when you're about to make a decision?
Yeah, yeah, I guess with me, it talks to me in positive way. I
Yeah.
would say, yeah, and I guess it's just simply important. So yeah, from time to time I also have moments, yeah, when I feel quite unconfident,
Yeah.
but I just try to catch these thoughts, yeah, and try to remake them so I can think positive, yeah, so in the future and yeah, later.
So you've mentioned that
Mhm.
fear appears to you differently. Like, for example, as you stated, you have this fear of public speaking. Why do you think that fear shows up for you the way that it does?
Mm, I guess it's because of a natural feeling that we are afraid of judgment, yeah, from society. Yeah, so yeah, in general, people are yeah, social creatures. Yeah, and it's quite common to feel something like that. So, but yeah, when we have this fear of yeah, social yeah, fear of social judgment, yeah, we just need to try to think in a way that it's sometimes quite irrational. Yeah, and people don't want to hurt us or something like that. Yeah, they just care about their lives. Yeah, and that's why we can just simply let it go, let it be. Yeah, and yeah, try to do our best.
Just to double click on what you just said, I think it's a great point. Why do you think we have this fear of judgment? Like, why do you think we have it? Just for you specifically as as an individual, not for us as human beings who are social creatures. Just for you, why do you think we have this fear? Just for yourself.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's because we want to be the part of society. Yeah, we want to be a part of a group. Yeah, of a social group. And when we are judged, yeah, we feel like we are not good for these people, for this group. Yeah, and it's personally also my feeling. Yeah.
That's a great point. That's a great point. So, can you remember a moment in your life where you said no to something that you really wanted just because you were afraid?
Hmm. I guess it was also not related to people or to society. It was related to some physical activities, I would say. Yeah, like to try to jump somewhere, yeah, or whatever.
So you
Yeah,
mean like bungee jumping, jumping out of a plane or something?
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, or yeah, for example, when you are swimming somewhere, yeah, at sea, and you need to swim, yeah, a long way.
Yeah.
But
Okay, where the stream is going, yeah?
yeah, but in that moment, I had a fear of yeah, of safety for my life, I
Hmm.
would say.
Hmm.
So that's why I didn't try it. But my friends tried it, and everything is fine with them. So probably it was worth it to try. But
Yeah,
in
I
that
think
moment,
I would agree with you. I think those fears which are physical. So there's a slim difference between danger and fear. Some of them are a little bit dangerous, where you have the
mm,
fear of actually jumping out of a plane, but some are a little bit not so logical, like speaking in public, where you
oh
feel
yeah,
like, okay, when you speak in front of a group of people, what's the worst thing that can happen to you? I think mostly people can just laugh at you or boo you. Though there's nothing that's gonna be a bit dangerous as
yeah.
jumping out of of a plane or swimming. Because swimming, if you don't know how to swim, you can still drown. You know, yeah. I think that's actually a great point. What's one belief about yourself that fuels your fear? Your fear.
Mhm. Could you repeat this question one more time, please?
Yeah, I
Come
skipped a
with.
few questions, but what's one belief about
Mhm.
yourself that fuels your fear? Your fear.
Oh, okay. That's also an interesting one. Um, to be honest, I have
Hmm.
difficulties to answer this question.
Yeah.
Maybe could you answer it yourself from your position that I see how it could be with other people?
You know, I would say,
Mhm.
based on my own personal experience, because I have had a lot of issues when I was young with my own mom. I don't know if I'm answering the question very well, um, but it's not really the belief that fuels the fear. It's the belief that actually makes me feel like I'm not, or when I was young, I wasn't worthy. Because my own mom used to say negative things to me. And
Mm, mhm.
yeah, so it used to make me feel like I wasn't worthy. So that's how I got actually to have the confidence for me to talk to people, to do a lot, even to do well in school. It's because I was always, comparing it to, okay, if my own mom doesn't say or has a lot of bad or negative things about me, then it doesn't really matter what people thought. about me. So it kind of was like a positive and a negative, meaning that a positive was like, okay, yeah, then I gotta go and do whatever I gotta do, regardless of whatever or whoever says whatever to me. But it still fueled a fear in me because I still, in some situations, I thought that I wasn't worthy enough,
Mhm.
based off my own personal experience. Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah,
it makes
yeah,
sense to you.
yeah, and yeah, I guess it's quite common feeling as well.
Yeah. It's
Um,
mostly like when your family has a lot of negative things, or people
mhm,
don't believe in you who are very close to you, it could have a positive or a negative impact. Like some people could take it as a negative to say, yeah, my family don't believe in me, so I'm not gonna do anything great. Some would say, okay, it
mhm.
doesn't really matter what my family thinks. I'm just gonna go and do whatever I have to do, you know? And
Yeah.
yeah, so one of the other questions that I really thought that would be very interesting for me would be the fifth one, which was, what did avoiding that moment cost you? What was
Mhm.
the like opportunity missed of you not being able to actually do what you wanted because of fear?
Yeah, yeah, I guess after such moments, I had just simply feeling that I've missed something. Yeah, so the feeling that I haven't tried something really interesting that could be a great memory for me, or it could be a great like moment of development for me, yeah, or yeah, or something like that. But you haven't caught this opportunity, so you haven't got this experience, and probably I had the feeling, yeah, so that's a pity that it happened like this. But you think about it. For after some time. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I remember something similar happened to me where I was offered actually a job in the UK. Not only me,
Mm-hmm.
but one of my friends also offered the job, but I didn't trust the person who was offering the job. So I just, because of my own insecurities or fears that, okay, this person may not be telling the truth of whatever he was intending to actually deliver, then I didn't actually take the job. So one of my friends took it, but now he's like,
Oh,
we are texting and he's telling me how I should have taken the
oh,
thing. It's
yeah.
pretty interesting. Sometimes there's a lot of opportunity to cost based on the fears that we have, because it makes us not to take decisions and take a lot of this leap in courage to take an action to do
Mhm.
something that you've never done in your life. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
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 So, but
Yes.
it also gives a reflection and also a point of where you can actually learn about yourself, you know. Yeah. The next question that I would like you to think about is, why do you think it felt safer to go back away than step forward in that moment?
You mean where it feels safer to make a step back
Exactly.
instead of.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I guess because when we take a step back, it feels like we go back to our zone of comfort, yeah, and not farther, yeah, and that just simply more comfortable for people, yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, but the best thing around is that we can lose some opportunities because of
Yeah.
this, yeah, because of our intention to stay
Mhm.
in our zone of comfort.
Mhm. And so one of the continuing questions that I would like to ask you is that, where do you think the fear of failure, I think I've already touched on it, the fear of failure, judgment, or being seen comes from? Because I had
Mhm.
asked you before, if I took you and put you in front of a group of people in a workshop, you were saying that I think you were saying that you wouldn't have a problem, yeah? Or you would have a problem with presenting in front of a group of people. But now the question is, where does this fear comes from the fear of being seen in front of people, the fear of judgment? Where do you think it comes from?
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
um, I Firstly, when I heard this question, yeah, I thought about um, when we are seen, then all eyes of these people, yeah,
Exactly. That's
look at
exactly
us.
what it means. Yes.
Yeah, and I guess you feel like responsibility, yeah, of what you say. Yeah, you feel like it's really responsible. Yeah, you need to say something good. Yes,
Valuable.
yeah,
Yes.
well, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, and you are afraid of mistake. Yeah, because when you do a mistake, yeah, everybody that see you will, yeah, hear it,
Yeah,
and
I think that's actually a powerful point that you just made. One of the follow-up questions that I would like to ask is that, when we were in kindergarten,
mhm,
I think we didn't have this fear of making mistakes, of trying to be valuable, of trying to think that, okay, people are
mhm,
staring at us. Why do you
yeah.
think we've developed this fear generally as human beings?
Mm, yeah, I guess like when we are children, yeah, we only are we are in this phase, yeah, of entdecken.
Yeah, yeah, to discover, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, of discovering the world.
yeah,
Yeah, and but when we are growing, yeah, we learned to live in this society. Yeah, we
yes.
learn, yeah, like different frameworks, yeah, in
Mhm.
different situations, and then we understand, yeah. So if we
Yeah.
do something wrong, people will see it, yeah, and they will just judge us, yeah, in the way that that's not normal what you do, and that was a mistake. So we are afraid of this feeling, I
Hmm.
guess.
Yeah, that's just that's amazing. I was thinking for myself, like, where do we really get these things from? Because when we are in kindergarten, as you are saying, you are discovering yourself. You are trying to learn about the world. You are probably learning from your mom. You are learning from your friends. You are getting all these social rules, what you're supposed to do in public, what you're supposed to do with your family. You're not supposed to be too loud. All of these things are being programmed to us, and eventually you get to be, they were saying that until 7 years old, that's when you are actually learning and getting all the information. So it's like you are recording all the rules about the world, and these rules you get to use them until you die. So it's actually quite difficult for someone to actually change those rules. And I was thinking for myself, like,
Mhm.
seeing videos of myself in a kindergarten when I was also young. I was loud, I was,
Yeah.
playful. I still try to do those things and have that playful and high energy vibes, and I see a lot of my friends who are just beaten down and they don't have this high energy. That's why I really like that you are someone with high energy. I really like this because a lot of people, they've allowed life to take the joy and the happiness and just the will to live. If just they've allowed life to just suck it all out of them. That's why I find it very, very nice that you have this high energy, you believe in yourself, and you're actually working towards something. So it's pleasing to have someone who has goals, who's working towards something. My next question is that, where is fear showing up in your life right now? What decision, conversation, or dream is it holding you hostage?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, could you also explain me this question
Yes, yes,
in more details?
yes. So now you are studying or you want to go into your master's.
Mhm.
You are probably also thinking about starting a family, like many, many decisions that you're going to make in the next few years. Yeah. You want to, you're going to make the next big decisions about your life in the next few years, I think. You know, what where exactly is fear showing up in your conversations? It could be conversations with your family, you telling them, okay, I want to do this, or with your friends, you are telling them, yes, I really want to pursue this master's program, but your friends are saying, no, it's going to be difficult. It could have been just you moving to Germany and some of your friends saying that, no, you can't start a new life somewhere where it's difficult. So these are all fears, these are limiting beliefs, people trying to hold you back. It could have been from, an aunt telling you, no, it's not good for you to strive to have a master's because it's going to be difficult. You're not going to like yourself when you fail. Generally,
Mhm.
this is where the question is actually going.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got it. I guess I'm like a person because I have a supporting surrounding. Yeah, so people around me are quite supportive, and I really like it. Yeah, because this comes from time to time from my side. Yeah, because when I think about, okay, I want to build a career in Germany. Yeah, I understand that it won't be simple. So I haven't got this like pink glasses, how people say. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, from time to time, I catch me on the thought that who will need me? Yeah. So I come from another country.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm not German, so my language
Mhm.
is not perfect. Yeah, and my studying like diploma is maybe not on the level with your German's one. But then I just try to like to refocus my mind, yeah, on other things, and I think, okay, so now I'm here, I'm in Germany, so I've done it. I have a quite good level of language for now. Yeah, not. Sometimes not like other people, yeah, of my age, yeah, who also moved here and who are for the same time as I am. Yeah, and then I just try to think of my achievements, yeah, so what I've reached for now, and it gives me like more confidence.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. Just for me to double click on that. So is that like maybe a negative voice telling you that maybe you can't do something, or because you were saying that it's mostly yourself, it's not from the
Yeah,
external, but is it just for yourself? The
yeah,
voice that is telling you these things, yeah?
yeah, yeah. That's
How
it.
do you try to control that voice to say this is what I want to do? Because let's say you want to do a master's and then your voice says that no, you can't do it. Like how do you try to train your that voice that's always talking to you, whether it's positive or negative? How do you train it to say no, I really want to do this?
Yeah, no, it's really helpful for me to write my thoughts down.
Wow.
So, yeah, when I feel like instability in my head, yeah, so I feel like something goes not in the way, like not in the Richtung,
Yeah,
that,
into the correct direction, yeah.
yeah, not in the direction that I like.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just try to systematize all
Yes.
things that are going around. Yeah, write them down and try to identify if it's rational or irrational.
Wow, that's a pretty powerful advice you got there. So the next question is, if fear wasn't in the picture, what would you do differently this week?
Mm-hmm. Mm. This week?
Yeah. Just generally now, what would you do differently? Let's say I had a genie and I could, take away all your fears. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like Harry Potter, I have a wand, I'm doing a spell on you. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
any fears. What would you do
Okay.
differently this week?
Yeah. I guess I would travel more around the Germany. Yeah. So when we talked to you at the first time, I said that from time to time I have fear of trains
Yeah.
in Germany. Yeah. But I understand that it came like from my previous experience. Yeah. So with them, so that I think okay, they're quite unstable, but I understand that. It's um, it's not that it's not that scary to use trains, yeah, to travel somewhere, and that's why probably I could visit more places this week, yeah, if I was yeah, if I could yeah, be simpler with these thoughts.
Yeah. So that's mostly fear of the trains. Like, what can you mention something
Mhm.
specific that happened negatively with you, which affected your
Oh yeah,
thoughts about
there were
trains?
a lot of situations in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I traveled to Bremerhaven. Yeah, so this is the city in north of Germany,
Yeah.
and I was quite late home. So the train had also delay,
Yeah.
and then like me and my friends just needed because we haven't caught
Yeah, you
our
haven't got
next
the
train
train.
home.
Yeah.
So we just needed to stay a night at the train station.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really pleasant.
Yeah. But thank God nothing happened to you, so you were not injured or nothing bad happened to you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in general, nothing bad happened.
Mm.
Yeah, it was just like unpleasant feeling. Yeah, to be not at home. So I haven't felt safety at that moment.
Yeah. So reflecting back to your fear of trains, why do you think this fear still has a voice in that area of your life?
I guess it's because I didn't want to, appear as a situation when I can't get back home. Yeah, so yeah, when I need to stay like at the city in the city where I've ended up. Yeah,
Hmm.
and to have no opportunity like to be flexible in my actions, it's quite scary for me.
Yeah. That's understandable. What's one small courageous act you could take today, even with that fear still present? What are small steps of courage that you could
Mhm.
take today, even having that fear with you still around?
um I guess it's helpful when you just simply say to yourself, something supportive, like
Hmm.
just simply for a side. So there is a term like affirmations. Yeah, I
Yes.
guess it's called in
Yes.
English as well.
Yes.
So yeah,
Affirmations. Yes.
yeah, and I guess it's quite helpful as well
Mhm.
when you want to raise your confidence.
That's powerful. That's really powerful. What can you list like two or three affirmations that you use on a daily basis?
Yeah. So probably the first one is I'm good enough. Yeah, I say it to myself from time to time because I guess at school, at university, I was a person with excellent student syndrome.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
wanted to do everything perfect.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, and I had a lot of stress. Yeah, when I
Mhm.
haven't managed to do like perfect with my exams. Or with tests.
Yeah.
So I just simply say that I'm good enough. So to not have this feeling, that I did something wrong. Yeah, because
Okay.
I really tried well.
And how
Yeah.
often do you say this to yourself? Like you're good enough?
I guess from time to time when I feel like I'm confident, or something like that, when this feeling starts to be in my
Okay.
head, I just like,
When the
okay.
voice starts to say something negative. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, like, why do you think you are more capable than you've been allowing yourself to believe?
Mhm. I guess I'm more capable than I believe because I have continuously faced some challenges, and I've did all that I could, to overcome them, and I've grown from them. So that's why I guess that
Mhm.
would be my answer.
Okay. And, generally speaking, where do you think this confidence comes from, just generally speaking? Because I think you've detailed a few things that you do just to control your negative aspects. Where do you think it comes from? Is it something that someone can train? Do you think it's like you were born this way? Like, what do you think generally this comes from?
Oh yeah, I guess it's really the thing that we can train, that we can raise in our mind, So it's not something that we are born with, and then we can change it, So we can just simply, yeah, with we can try to like make the settings in our thoughts in that way, so we can think like more positively,
Yeah.
yeah, and it could change a lot in our lives.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I want to ask you one other question. I think I've asked you this before.
Hmm.
If we were playing, let's say that I'm your 10-year-old younger self, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was asking you for advice as a younger you, as a younger version of you, 10 years younger. What would you tell me? Are you still there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What would you tell me as a younger version of you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I would tell something like, be patient and kind to yourself.
Hmm.
You will reach all the things that
Hmm.
you wanted to
Yeah.
reach. Yeah. And don't be afraid to set big goals in front of you.